A very good afternoon to you. Thanks for choosing Newzroom Afrika. Let's check in with your sport, and we start with road running, where Central Gauteng Athletics have confirmed that the Soweto Marathon will go ahead in November. This was necessary after a statement was released by 3 suspended members of the Soweto Marathon Trust who said the People's Race had been scrapped for 2023. One of those is the former chairperson, Sello Khunou. He joins us now on the line. A very good afternoon. Thanks for chatting to Newzroom Afrika. Can you just explain what the issue is?
Good afternoon to the viewers of Newzroom Afrika. And let me correct something. I'm not a former chairman. According to the Soweto Marathon Trust, I am the chairman of Soweto Marathon Trust. So the issue of the former, I don't know where it comes from. I am still the chairman of the Soweto Marathon Trust. So now, the issue, what is happening here is the broadcast rights issue, whereby ASA went to strike a deal with SuperSport. And in the deal that they struck, Soweto Marathon, the race, was part of the deal. And we did not know, no one consulted us about this deal. We only saw it in the news when it was announced that Soweto Marathon is part of the SuperSport broadcast deal. Then we asked ASA as to what is happening, because we were not consulted and we don't know anything about the SuperSport deal. And we were rudely answered that it is none of our business because the right belongs to ASA. So we disputed that in so far as we know, we never ceded the rights to anybody else. All the rights of Soweto Marathon belongs to the Soweto Marathon Trust. And that is where the whole trouble started. For asking for the broadcast money as to how much it is, and the contract of which they told is confidential, then we were told that we are suspended. So, it is very disappointing, because now ASA is a law unto itself. It is not accountable to anybody. Because I don't know how can ASA suspend the trust members, because the trust itself is not a member of Athletics South Africa. When they hold their AGMs and everything, we are not invited as a trust. But when they think of flexing their muscle, then we are suspended. So the so-called suspension to the trust, the Soweto Marathon Trust, is null and void because we are operating as we speak.
So, Mr. Khunou, in the CGA release that was given to the media yesterday, they said that it's just 3 disgruntled members, yourself included, that have been suspended, that are holding back this race. And in fact, the race is going to go ahead, and that it will be the decision of the Soweto Marathon clubs that actually ensure that the race goes ahead. So are you saying that that isn't the case, that the Soweto Marathon Trust is speaking on behalf of all of those clubs and that the race won't go ahead?
What I'm saying is that CGA is somewhat confused, and I'm very disappointed because they are destroying our brand, Soweto Marathon. CGA issued a letter to the Soweto Marathon Trust in March, if I'm not mistaken, saying that Soweto Marathon, the race has been removed from the CGA calendar because we owe some monies to them, and the race has been removed from the calendar. And based on that, That is why we informed the runners and the public that Soweto Marathon 2023 edition will not take place because Central Gauteng Athletics have removed the race from the calendar. The issue that they will run the race, well, it's illegal. The race doesn't belong to CGA. But I'm not surprised because when we wanted to have a meeting with our beneficiaries, they threatened the clubs that they dare speak to the Soweto Marathon Trust, they will be suspended. In the last meeting that they had with the clubs also, the clubs were threatened that they dare talk to us, then they will be suspended. So what I'm saying is that, it is very disappointing that Central Gauteng Athletics is behaving in this particular fashion. They are also a law unto themselves because they can chop and change as they please. The issue that the race is going to run, how is the race going to run when it has
perhaps
been removed
under another
from the
club,
calendar?
Mr. Khunou? Perhaps under
Pardon?
another club?
Which club is that?
I'm just speculating. Perhaps if it doesn't get run under the Soweto Marathon Trust, it can be run under another running club?
No, it cannot be run under any club because the Soweto Marathon Trust is a registered entity that represents all the clubs of Soweto. So now, CGA is deliberately hijacking the race, which is illegal because it belongs to the clubs of Soweto, which is the Soweto Marathon Trust.
And you still have the support of those Soweto clubs?
Well, we do have the support of the Soweto clubs, but unfortunately, if the clubs are threatened by the mother body that they will be suspended, what do you expect the clubs to do?
Sello Khunou is the chairperson of the Soweto Marathon Trust. Unfortunately, we're going to have to cut it there. Thank you so much for your time here on Newzroom Afrika.